This is Glow TV. New episodes every week.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you're listening to us, you're watching us live. This is Glow TV and this is Mindful Capital. That is the name of the program. This is the show where we give you the secret code to successful life. And as usual, as always on this program, we have our resident sage in the studio, and that is no one other than our very own Dr. Ezekiel Akonde. Doctor, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So
Thank you,
have,
Angelo.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
You have a message for the youth today.
Yes, so
as usual.
today's theme is
Born broke,
born broke,
not broken.
not broken.
Good.
You can be born broke. In fact, sometimes, we don't have a choice in things. You don't ask to be born in a poor home.
Yeah.
You didn't ask that the parents that you have been born into will be unable to afford the right schooling for you, what you consider the right schooling. You went to high school or primary school or secondary school without a library.
Yeah.
You walked there.
Yeah.
You walked to school, no shoes.
Stories
And
like
for your
that.
information, so all those things you have no control over.
Yeah.
You came from a village where there's no electricity at all. Your parents are farmers, and they don't have the glamorous occupations.
Yeah.
All of that
They're outside of our control.
is outside of your
choose.
control, and there's a purpose for that.
Oh, great.
So that just tells you there's nothing you can do to change that.
Okay.
You cannot do anything. So it's your cross to bear. Once you know that, there's a special purpose for that.
Okay.
And it shouldn't determine your identity, who you are. It shouldn't determine your reach as a human being. It should determine where you can be and what you can have.
So
It's just a starting point.
okay, those circumstances should not be an excuse to stay down.
No, it's not an excuse. If you look at it, there's no, if you are inward looking, you know there's a purpose.
Okay.
And it's like a relay race. You might be on lane 4,
Okay.
and somebody's in lane 1.
Yeah.
And it looks like
Looks as if someone is privileged and someone is
it's not.
disadvantaged.
But eventually, the lane 4 person can win
catch
the
up.
race.
Yes.
Even though it looks like he or she has a
Advantage.
wider
Yes.
berth, a wider circle to
run.
to do. But eventually, that person, if he's good enough, can actually become, take the race.
Okay.
So once we realize that, first of all, that there's a purpose to it,
All right.
that it doesn't limit you in any way.
Okay.
So it's like a relay race. You're just starting at a lower level, at the basement of life.
Okay.
Don't even envy somebody at the 10th basement. We all have our difficulties. We must go through life with some difficulties.
Okay.
So maybe that's yours. Maybe that's meant to make you stronger. Maybe that's meant to
give you character.
to improve your character, to do something. You just have to think it has to be something.
Right.
You didn't choose this. You didn't choose your parents. You didn't choose your brothers, your mother. You didn't choose their situation. It just came to you. So if you think like that, my friend, you are ahead of that game,
Okay.
of the game of life. So you started from, don't regret anything. Don't complain.
Okay.
There's a reason for things.
All right.
We have people who didn't have shoes in this
Growing
country who became president.
We had that during
Of
campaign.
Nigeria.
Yes.
Yeah.
During a particular campaign.
We have a lot of them who came from very poor homes. In fact, none of them came from rich homes. Is it Jonathan who didn't have shoes?
Yes.
Or Obasanjo, who actually grew up in the village and had to, do whatever it takes to even have a primary school education. Then the secondary school education, just by luck like that, and because he was smart and brilliant. Or tell me who. Shehu Shagari, of course, was from a Shagari village. And most of these people they do not have the usual advantage over anybody, and yet they achieved they became presidents.
Made something out of
they
themselves.
became business mongols. They became,
Influential,
professors,
successful people.
They became big business people,
Yeah.
and they achieved, the one of the greatest heights
In
in their profession.
Yeah.
So, your place of birth or situation, circumstances of birth is
Irrelevant.
it's not defining.
Okay.
If you look at it well, and if you just do the right thing.
Okay.
Stop complaining. Stop behaving as if, oh, you are a victim. All this victim mentality should stop.
Okay.
If you do that, you'll be stuck and stay where you are. Instead of complaining about your parents or your village you came from, the school you went, it was because of the school, it was because of the teachers, because you never had the right subjects to take. You didn't take the right subjects, the right people didn't teach you, or you didn't have the help that you needed.
Was not good.
You don't do that. Once you begin to go through that circle, you'll be stuck.
Spiral.
And you'll be stuck. Instead of, just take what you have and do the best with it.
Okay.
And now struggle within you. None of it should define you.
Okay.
None of it should define how far you can go or how high you can reach. None of it. Because you've had even terrible examples. People who have achieved even when nothing is going on for them, when they came from a backward situation.
Yes.
So why should yours be different?
A lot of people look at this issue of the starting point in life. They see it as a reason to look at life as though life is not fair.
Like life is not fair.
Okay, so that's a fact.
That's a fact.
But
life is not fair.
Should still not be an excuse to
stay down.
Right.
Life is not fair.
And it's not meant to be?
It will not. No. It's not meant to be.
Okay.
It's not meant to be because we come for. That we go through different journeys. Okay, if you took lane 1.
Yeah.
And
using the analogy of the relay race.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
And you had your training then in the United States by world experts that are training you for the race. And you had all the facilities.
Yes.
The best gym, the best things, the best facilities.
And experts training you, telling you what to eat, how to sleep, how to do this and that.
And somebody cooking the right food for you.
Yes.
That will target a particular muscle.
Yes.
That is priceless.
Yes.
But some with scrappy background. And it happened in, I've forgotten the sport, who had no training facilities as sophisticated as I've just described.
Yes.
And who just had to make do with some, maybe a track in the secondary school or whatever, or a facility in some place where...
It reminds me of the story. I don't know if you've heard of the movie. There's a book with the same name, Queen of Katwe. It's the real life story of a young girl from Uganda. She became a chess.
I read
that story. I think one of the story, what you just said, reminded me of when she went out of Uganda for the first time and met other children who had trained. They had all the facilities, the best teachers, and she was like, I beat them. And she was like, wow. Looking at where she came from. Yeah.
So, where you come from does not matter.
Okay.
You just have to dig your foot in and just, begin to work at yourself. Your mindset is very important.
Okay.
But if you get stuck on, I don't have this, you blame this, it's my tribe, the tribe I come from, there are no opportunities given to this, they give it all to this other tribe, they are not this, I didn't have all the college degrees that is needed because I'm from here and I need
a family background.
It's the government is not responsive to the people.
That's a lot of people. That's what a lot of people say. Government, yes.
It's government, it's this, it's that. And then when you even complain, complaining is a spell.
Oh.
Because the more you complain, the more you don't move. And complaining also it's a scam.
Mm.
You are complaining because you don't want to do the work. You don't want to take the responsibility. And it feels good to complain. When you point your fingers at other people, doesn't it? It feels good.
Yeah, it feels good to be able to blame someone else or yes, like it's not me, it's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
Yeah.
You just feel good. Okay. Yeah. You feel good.
Yes.
You know?
For a moment.
For a moment.
Yes.
But feeling good is not the answer. And then you remain at the same place.
Yes.
Because you shifted that responsibility to other people.
So you're still watching Mindful Capital on Glow TV. We'll go on a short break, but don't forget, we're still listening to a very important topic, something that is meant to help us change our mindset. The topic is born broke, not broken. When we come back, we're going to get back into the conversation with our doctor, our resident sage in the studio, Dr. Ezekiel Akonde. Stay tuned.
This is Glow TV. New episodes every week.
So welcome back to Mindful Capital on Glow TV. We're having a very important conversation with Dr. Ezekiel Akonde. And Doctor, before we went on the short break, you were talking about why there needs to be a change of mind and the fact that complaining is actually a spell.
Yes.
That's a powerful way of describing complaining.
Complaining is a spell you cast against yourself.
Mm.
Your situation, you see, is very common, no matter what your situation is. No matter what disadvantages you have, it's common. It's out there.
Okay.
The only thing is you don't know.
Nothing is new under the sun.
So that's why you're feeling down on yourself.
Okay.
You think life has treated you badly. You know, it's been. I think there was a man who said, suppose everybody is asked to donate their problems in a big jar.
Okay.
And everybody, then they say, okay, after it's been reshuffled, they say, okay, take back the problem you feel it's less than yours. And people ended up with the same problem they had initially. So that's life for you.
Okay.
Your problem may be big in your own eyes. But if you hear other people's problem and who are still going on with life, you know, and each day they are taking each day in their stride, you know, you would be thankful. You will see the glass as half full instead of half empty.
Okay.
You see, so it's a world of
that is the way life is.
That's the way life is. So
you
have to thank for where you are.
Yeah, there's no need
and
to.
Yeah, so that's why there's a spiritual dimension to it.
Okay.
Everybody's been created perfectly for the journey he or she has to go through. Life is a journey.
Okay.
There are difficulties no matter who you are.
Okay.
Your difficulties may just not be money, but there are lessons to be learned from this journey of life.
Okay.
You might look at somebody with money and say,
Koni problem.
Doesn't
have problem.
Has no problem. But they have problems. Some of which they may even exchange a lot of money for. You know.
Yeah.
So a woman of substance in the Southwest, who's also married to the richest man in the Southwest at one point, was behind a Mercedes Benz, and she wound down the glass at this window of a Mercedes Benz and saw a small child playing, you know, and was happy. He was playing with the sand by the side of the road, not too far from where the car was passing. I said, wow, I wish I could be this child again. I wish I could be. And the child looked up at that moment and saw this big
woman in the big car.
This woman who was gaily dressed in the car and said,
I wish I could be like that woman.
I wish I could be like that woman.
That's life.
And that was what she said to her mother, who was nearby. I want to be like that woman. And the mother said, that prayer will only be answered if you accept every problem,
that woman
every issue that woman has.
Yeah.
You cannot just take one and leave the rest. You have to recognize that the rich man cries.
Yes.
You know, so when you recognize that, be very careful in being
And that
envious,
level of success is a
being
package deal.
jealousy, being jealous of another person.
Envious, yes.
Just be content with where you are and just struggle.
Okay.
It is not your identity. Your poverty is not your. It's not your situation is not your identity.
Okay.
You can change it. It can change.
Okay.
You know, it can change. It has changed before for others.
For others, yes.
Who have had crippling poverty and have risen to the very top.
Yeah.
You know, there's no. The rule to the game is also before you wake up, you say, "What can I learn today?" In the afternoon, you ask yourself, who can I help today?
What value, what service can I render?
Exactly. Then maybe before you sleep, you say, thank God I'm going to sleep now. What can I do tomorrow that will make me better than I was? See, so those things would gear you towards a particular goal you want. See, and in the Bible, for example, it says you are perfectly made. There's nothing. Even if you are handicapped, you are perfectly made. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
You cannot use it as a crutch. You know?
That's true. There's no exception to that
There's
passage.
No. There's a reason for that.
Okay.
And that reason is beautiful. That reason is beautiful. If you find it out, instead of throwing a pity party, you just find out. You know, you just do the best you can do. For example, I said this in my radio,
the Mindful Capital radio
program, that was it. Look at this blind musician, the American Stevie Wonder.
Okay, Stevie Wonder, yeah.
Look at our own Koban.
Sasuko.
You know, isn't that when you see this guy on piano
or
just sing, you are just you know, it's very thrilling. It's just beautiful. You know, and he made up his mind because I read his interview.
Yes, I heard.
He made up his mind right before. You cannot bully him.
Yeah,
he will try, no matter even if you are laughing.
Exactly.
He will try and do that because he wants to try. He's being pushed by certain things inside of him to play music.
Yeah. And
when you do, you just know this is what you have to do. As you struggle, people might laugh and everything. After a while, the laugh quietens.
Exactly. When they see how serious
and how good you have become.
Yes.
Through trial and error.
Yeah.
Because that's your purpose anyway. Yes. You have identified that purpose early on. And that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it come out beautifully. And you can see the person is married.
Yes.
He's
successful.
He plays music. Yeah. Beautiful, entertains a lot of people around the world.
He's traveled around the world, yes.
Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful.
See? And this is somebody who cannot see. Stevie Wonder himself wants to wonder. Has heightened sensitivity towards sound.
Yeah.
You know? So, and that is God's perfect creation. And he said to me in one of his interviews that he wonders how people tolerate oppression or sees, and they see this thing every day and they just tolerate it. You know, I don't know if I would tolerate if I have eyesight.
I can imagine.
That's what he told his interview.
I remember he said also about distraction. That people with sight are easily distracted.
Exactly. So
he has found a way to,
and his ears are sharper and more sensitive because of that.
Because of the blindness,
it happens to most challenged people. They are compensated for by God, and they use this compensation. If they are aware of it, they use it right.
Yeah.
Look at Baba Obadari.
Yes.
Was blind, but was a great man of God.
Yes.
A great prophet that's acknowledged all over the world. You know, I'm sure he would never at one time wished he had his sight back.
Because seeing how successful he became
as
a minister.
You know, as a minister, he was very successful.
It's almost as though the blindness became an advantage
rather
than a disability.
See?
Yeah.
So this is to all physically challenged people, that you are perfect already. You're perfect already. So that's what I would say.
All right. Now, I have a question, Doctor. I want to ask, for the sake of the people watching us at home or wherever they're watching, it is very, very easy to, when you're in that situation and you look at your background, especially those circumstances that we did not decide, and we see other people who are doing well because of the opposite, because they were born into wealth, because they had all these help along the way, facilities. They were born into a society, a family that could offer them, that could help them along. Now, people would say, look at someone like Trump, the American president, and say, oh, his father, he inherited the wealth. They will look at someone like Davido, that, oh, he has a wealthy family and wealthy father who helped him along, and then use that as an excuse to not even try. What would you tell those people who think they have a valid reason to stay down?
Davido did not create his own parentage, his own circumstance.
Yeah.
Just like you did not, if you are poor, create your own. You know, you cannot choose where you come from, who your parents are, what school you go to. So many things you cannot choose in life. Who your brothers, sisters, mother or father is. You cannot. You know, it is created for a purpose.
Okay.
It is for a purpose that you are here.
All right.
For a purpose that you have all of these things to start with.
Okay.
And that purpose is not a disadvantage.
Okay.
If you can rise above it.
Okay.
People have and have become presidents. And have become whatever you can name it. If you have that example, what are you waiting for? Why are you regretting it? Why are you complaining about it? You know, why are you angry about it? Why are you complaining? Okay, can you complain that? If only black people, black people are just they don't like themselves. I wish I were white.
That's true.
And that is true too.
Yes.
No. Next time if I come,
I think some people do.
Some people do. I'd rather be born in America, not in this.
Wish they were white or
not in this,
color.
Not in this backward country, because they don't like themselves. They don't like this. They are too evil. They are too this. That.
Yeah.
You say that.
Backward.
What's this unnecessary complaining? That's unnecessary. That is too.
It helps no one really.
You know. Yeah. See. The only things that matter in this life is your mindset. It's your mindset. Nothing else matters. If your mindset is trash, no matter what your background is, you will not make it.
Life, yeah.
Your background, you may come from, there are people who come from extreme wealth, who lived a very terrible life, miserable life.
Yeah.
It's about mindset. It's not only about background. Your background can only help you this much.
Okay.
After which you have to. Okay. You might say Davido's father set up a studio for him.
Yes.
But it didn't help him write the song.
That's true.
It didn't help him
do the hard work.
The hard work.
Yes.
The practices he had to
so that the money will not go to waste.
Exactly. The things he had to do. The people who turned him, a lot of people turned him down.
Yeah.
They never thought he had any talent because of his family background.
Yes.
That was a disadvantage too.
That's true.
You know, but he just kept working. You know, so it wasn't like it was easy. Everything was, his father wasn't a musician. It wasn't like everything was, You get my point now.
Yes.
And there are people who made it in spite of their parents being poor.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name?
I think we talked about Awolowo. I don't know about this.
Musicians who made it in spite of their poor background.
Many of them out there as well.
Like this one that really was a global icon already.
Is it a Nigerian?
That song of Joel Legba. What's her name? His name? Joel Legba. Nigerians will rig your neck if you don't know him. So that's his problem now. It's not my problem.
What's this young man?
Whiskey. Okay.
Forgive me, Nigerian.
So you see, I mean, he came from a poor background.
Okay.
And then he become a global icon.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, that's true.
that he had like 10 billion this thing on Spotify, Spotify.
Doing very well for himself now.
Yeah. So background is nothing.
It reminds me of the story of J.K. Rowling as well, the author of Harry Potter.
Okay, look at that.
Yes.
Look at that.
I think she was turned down a couple of times. I think she even had to change.
He was on welfare and he didn't have money. He would take train stations to wherever he goes.
To go to a cafe, to be able to use the internet. Yes.
Once you believe, once your mindset is set right, and it's set right when you don't believe that your background is your identity. In the US, the poor people have this, not everybody, they want a diagnosis. If they are sick, they just want a diagnosis they can hug.
Okay.
And just say, I have fibromyalgia.
Yeah.
That's what they would, that's the first introduction.
To give a name to that.
They want you to give a name to it.
Like
if you don't give a name to it, they will continue to go from doctors to doctors until they have a name to it. Because they want to use that name as their identity, as to curry favor and sympathy from other people. And they hug it as if like a baby. Yeah. They take solace in them. They use it as a crutch. Yeah. A lot of people use their background like that. Whether you complain from today to, instead of doing something about it, you can complain from today to eternity. Yeah. You will still be from the tribe you came from.
That's true.
Still be from the same parents.
It's not change that fact.
Nothing would change it. But I tell you today, there's a purpose for everything.
Okay.
And all you have to do is ask yourself, how can I get better and better and better? Sometimes there could be a delay. Sometimes you might be 30 and not be like Davido and not have bought a whatever car that's why YouTube or the internet is
sometimes
it's a scam. You just see there people who ignore the bad part of their lives. Yeah. They will just create this life that's glamorous. Yes, and you see it and you say, why not me? Why is God has forgotten me? Eh? Look at this young man, the same age with me, but as you will know, it's a scam. It's not always true.
Carefully curated.
Exactly.
Yes,
persona and life. Yeah. And they see that to give you some, begin to compare your life with envious. That. Begin to be envious unnecessarily. Whereas you don't know, it's maybe
the entirety of the story.
Yeah. You don't know the entirety of that person's life. Yeah. So instead of doing that, why would you, if somebody is in 10th floor, why would you, who's at the basement, be envious? Your own time will come. Okay. It's like this. Sometimes when you plant corn and you water it, in 5 days it will come out. The 5 days it will come out and begin to germinate and you see it. Yeah. But if you plant a bamboo, Chinese bamboo, for example, it won't come. It won't come out in 5 days. Not in 1 month, not in 2, not in 3. And you have to water it. Yeah. And yet it's a plant made perfect by God. Its own time will come. Yes. It takes sometimes a year before it begins to shoot. So if you had been disappointed and not water it, it will die. It will die. But if you know your time will come, you continue to work hard.
Working at it.
Continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to give, continue to serve. Yeah. You get my point? Yes. Continue to learn more things than to be
relevant, to be of service to people.
Your own time will come. Yes. Your door will open sometime.
You have to be ready and prepared.
You have to be prepared. Those things are to prepare you, to strengthen you. Yeah. Those delays are meant for that. And that is very important for you to note. Don't compare yourself to another, because we all have a different journeys. Okay. This life is a journey. Okay. Some people join you for a bit. Some people join you half of the way. There's no bitterness. Yeah. That's the way it's meant to be. Okay. You can't have a spouse now, then you get a divorce. You are so bitter. Maybe the whole association is for a time. Yeah. For maybe half of the time. Okay. Very hardly would someone start with you and end with you. No.
We have a saying in Yoruba.
Benny. Yeah. So instead of all this bitterness, just know that it's life. Life is a game. Life is a game. Know that, okay. Or a girlfriend that left you abruptly like that.
Okay.
Maybe she wants to show you compassion. Maybe she wants to show you that you too. She wants to make you realize that you are strong enough to continue on that life journey. But you think, I'm betrayed, nah. Maybe she's not meant to end the journey with you. Maybe it's for a moment.
Okay.
And to leave you, and then for you to carry your life from there, because you've acquired strength and compassion and love for other people that she brought. Just look, it's a game. It's not a finality. It's not like, if I see her, I'm going to do. She jilted me. She cheated on me. All those things are just sababi.
Yeah.
We are here on a journey, and every journey is different.
Okay.
Every journey is different.
Okay.
Look at our starting point. It's different.
Okay.
So that's the thing.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why this program is called Mindful Capital, because every step of the way, the journey of life has a lot to do with the state of the mind, the perspective of a person. It changes everything for us. So before we go, Doctor, I want to ask if you have any book suggestion for young people out there, because I was thinking while you were talking that perhaps young people, especially those out there who are from a poor background, who have been struggling because of what they did not decide for themselves, just the natural circumstance they were born into, their society and all that, should go online, because thank God for social media and internet. It has a downside, but this, I think, is a good side. Go out there, look for stories of people who started poor, who started from a background that is, you might call it a disadvantage, or ended up succeeding in every way you can think of. And I think that will motivate and encourage people out there.
There are books that are written as a result of that. I think...
Is there any book that comes to mind that you would recommend for people out there?
Well. What I often recommend to young people is to work on their mindset, to work on their beliefs, because that you can only do in isolation. I
remember that there was something I was going to take up. If you can quickly deal with this, or maybe we can talk about it next week.
Okay.
I want you to, I think you should do this next week, but I would like to leave it out there so that people will anticipate what's to come next week. This curse gospel, I call it the curse gospel.
Yes.
CURSE.
Yes.
Curse gospel of many Christian denomination.
Right.
Does that even help at all when people think they are cursed? How do you even go through life? The moment you believe you are cursed, or there is a curse upon your family, how do you get out of that?
See, that's what I said.
If you can quickly deal with it, but if you can't, perhaps you drop something and then, all right.
Because the mindset is everything. Where you are today, wherever you are, as they say, your environment is your looking glass. If you want to know what you believe, look at who you are today. Look at what you are doing. What is your financial situation? What is your financial situation? Well, that will tell you your mindset, your belief. That will show you. You don't need to ask. You just say, who am I today? Look at your family situation. Look at your relationship. Look at your family situation. Look at all of this. Will tell you how you have believed.
Okay.
You get it now. You cannot rise above your belief. You cannot rise above your belief.
Which leads me to ask a simple question, Doctor. Still on the issue I raised, do you believe that people are cursed?
The Bible says if you believe something is dirty, it is dirty. Again, it goes to what you believe.
Okay.
If you believe something is dirty, then it is dirty.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just paraphrasing. There's some place in the Bible
it shapes reality.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you believe you are cursed, you are cursed. If you believe
you're blessed,
you cannot be cursed. Oh, I'm invincible.
Okay.
You'll be doing things that way. You get my point. Belief is very important. The mind is so important.
Yes.
And if you want to know your state of mind, look at your life.
Yeah.
Look at your life.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Yes.
We can talk about it again. I mean, next week.
I think we'll start from there next
we'll
week.
Start.
Yes.
I'm going to
I'd
write
like
it
you to
down
talk more about that.
and I'll talk more about it.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
Dr.
Thank you
Ezekiel
very much for
Akonde.
having me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And so until next time on Glow TV, Mindful Capital on Glow TV, looking forward to seeing you. And please change your thoughts so that you can change your reality. Thanks for staying tuned.
This is Glow TV. New episodes every week.